Welcome back to the Mount Pleasant Dynasty. We're on the road today in Vanderbilt Stadium as we have a tough matchup against the Commodores. We lost last week 27-21 to North Texas, a game in which a red zone turnover on downs cost us a game. We had a chance to win, but a couple of drops in the end zone is what cost us the game. So today we look to bounce back and get our first win, but it's going to be a very tough test on the road against an SEC school. It's Ralph Webb to start off the game. He goes for 9 yards. I formation once again for Vandy. They really have a great running back in Webb, and he shows off some nice power there. He's not the biggest guy, not the fastest guy, but it's just a really talented running back. A throw outside for Shermer. He's got his man. That's a 5-star recruit who came to Vanderbilt in this past offseason. He was a top 10 player and has decided to come play for the Commodores and makes an impact early on. Now it's Trent Sherfield, the #1 receiver on the jet sweep for 18 yards. I formation give goes to Webb, and he powers his way into the end zone. So Vandy drives down really easily and has a 7-0 lead. We have an early studio update as #1 Tennessee has lost to Louisiana Tech. Tennessee was a national championship runner-up last year and lost their second game of the season to an unranked Louisiana Tech team that might be one of the biggest upsets in college football history. Following that up with #7 Iowa getting blown out against Ball State. Our offense comes on the field for the first time today early on in this game after that quick score, and it's Ronaldo McCall on the catch. 5 wide set, Gibbs throws, he's got Jamil Valentine, and he's got it for 6 yards and picks up the first. Gibbs had 250 yards passing last week, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Gerard Buchanan gets the catch in the flat and picks up 5 yards. Trips to the right on 3rd down and 6. Gibbs has all day to throw, fires outside, and what a throw in between a couple of defenders. It's Allen Harrison, who left last week's game with a concussion, did not play most of it, and he has his first catch there. Another 3rd down and long. Gibbs has it and is hit as he throws, and it is incomplete, so we'll be forced to punt the ball away. A good drive ends with no points. Vandy marched down the field uncontested on their first drive, and Ernest Harrison almost has his first career interception there. A stop here on 3rd down would be big. Shermer outside, he's got Sherfield, a 26-yard catch, and that gives them the first. Now Ralph Webb tries to run outside, and great containment. It's Kavika Watts on the stop. 2nd down and 13. It's a draw play this time for Webb. He stiff arms the defender, somehow still going, and is not brought down to the 31-yard line. He's stopped by now #1 corner Markel Reyes. A run outside to the backup running back Dallas Rivers. He breaks the tackle inside of the 5. It's Watts again, this one a 26-yard run. 1st down and goal, throw outside, and it's knocked away. Maybe another chance for an interception in the end zone. Dowdle dropped one in week 1, and there was another one now. Ralph Webb on the carry, and Gerald Archie has the tackle for loss as Blake Cotton is shaken up on the play. A throw outside to Kent Watkins. He's got it for 14 yards. We near the end of the first quarter as we've got a heavy set. The give goes to Eldon Huff. He bounces it outside. Nice little stutter step, and he picks up 15 yards on the run. 1st down and 10. Gibbs will keep it this time. He's got it, and he picks up the 1st down. A 13-yard run. 5 seconds left. 1st down and 10. A fumble. It's recovered by Burks as Gibbs tries to pitch it at the last moment, and Vandy will take back over. Another good drive is ended by self-inflicted mistakes. It's Ralph Webb, a 9-yard catch, and the 1st down. Under center is Shermer. He throws, he's got Marcus, and he's down at the 45-yard line, a gain of 8. The fullback comes in motion on 3rd down. They stretch it outside with Webb, who's able to pick up 5 yards along with the 1st down. 5.5 minutes left in this first half. A heavy power I formation, and Webb's into the open field inside of the 5. He's gonna take it all the way. 43 yards, was not touched on the run. Very poor run defense on that play. It was our pass defense last week who struggled, and now it's our run defense so far this week. Eldon Huff picks up the big reception. Now we'll go to him on the ground game. He's got around 8 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and very manageable. A full house set on 3rd down and inches. Play action will go deep. It's for Harrison, and it's intercepted by Herndon. He's got it, breaks a tackle. Someone needs to bring him down. He's to the 40, nearly steps out. The lineman misses, and he's going to take it all the way. He's going to go 95 yards for a pick 6. However, the challenge flag is out. Tyler Johnson thought he stepped out on the play. You can see, of course, he doesn't step out there, but right here is where we thought it might have been, and somehow he keeps his foot in bounds. So it's a 24-0 lead for Vanderbilt. Throw outside, it's Jameel Valentine for 11 yards. This is a game I thought would be much more competitive. I think we're a better team than we were last year, and so far it's proven to be an absolute domination on the side of Vandy. Here's another good drive that we're putting together though. Down the seam, Kenton Watkins diving for it. A big play to set us up inside of Vandy territory. Throw outside to Ronaldo McCall. He's put down at the 15-yard line. So 1st down and 10. 2 minutes left. Throw outside to Watkins. He is met at the 1-yard line and brought down, but it'll be goal to go. 1st down and goal. Play action. Throw outside. And Kyle Marks, the 3rd-string tight end, gets it. So we're now going to go for 2. Throw. It's Harrison in the red zone. He's very effective when we get down to this area. I guess that was more of a 2-point conversion. But at the goal line, he is super effective. Now a 2-score game as Shermer back on offense. And this Vandy offense starts off with a good play for CJ Duncan. A 4-wide set. A throw down the sideline. It's caught by Sherfield. Leroy Red chases him. He's got him, but it's a 53-yard gain. 3rd down and 7 for Shermer. He's got all day to throw. Fires to Duncan, and he has to come back for the football. So Vandy will settle for the field goal, and we will head into halftime 27-8. A dominant first half from Vanderbilt. Our offense gets the ball to start off this second half. We only had 41 yards of rushing in the first half. And there's 7 right there, and that carry for Elton Huff. Our offense put together a bunch of very good drives, just most of them except for that last one, they could not finish them, as Elton Huff another 7-yard gain. We go play action, firing down the middle. It's McCall hanging on in a tight zone. A good catch in traffic. 3rd down and 3 into the flat for Jameel Valentine. He's got it, tries to make a move, and picks up the 1st down. However, he is shaken up on the play, so that's something to keep an eye on. Don't have a ton of wide receiver depth, and Mike Meadows will lose his 4 yards on that play. It's 3rd down and long. Gibbs will go to the air, fire outside, and Dorian Mays has the catch, but he stopped shy, so we'll be forced to kick the field goal, and we need to come up with a stop. Vanderbilt scored points on their last 4 drives, and this is a good time to get a stop to get us back in this game. Ralph Webb, though, starts off the drive with an 11-yard pickup. He has been so dominant so far in this game. Shermer drops back, pressure gets there, but the pass gets away, and there's our stop right there as Webb can't pick up the 1st down. 1st down and 10 for Jonathan Gibbs. He dumps it down to Kenton Watkins. He's got it, and he's got it for 12 yards and the 1st down. Gerard Buchanan comes in motion. We go play action, firing it outside to Dorian Mays. He has this one for 17 yards. Elton Huff is in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He goes and is brought down after a 7-yard pickup. 3rd down and inches. A twin tight end set. And great defense from Vanderbilt. A loss of 1. And now our offense will stay on the field. Mike Meadows comes in the game. He gets the carry. And a great block shed once again. It's a turnover on down. Vanderbilt's defense stepped up on those last couple of plays. It's a throw now for CJ Duncan. He's got the 1st down, 152 yards passing for Vanderbilt on the day. Ralph Webb goes up the middle. It's Brian Thomas on the tackle that time. It'll be 2nd down and 1. 22 personnel on the field. It's Ralph Webb. He somehow bounced off a tackler. He's still going inside of the 10. Brought down by Keenan and Watts. But it's a goal to go situation for Vanderbilt. They give outside. Webb cuts it back to the middle and is brought down at the 1-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. order them to a field goal. It doesn't make a huge difference as it will be a 3-score game no matter what, but it's a touchdown for CJ Duncan in the back of the end zone, and that'll extend it back to a 3-score lead. 34-11 with only 7 minutes left as that ball is not completed. So 3rd down and 10. We go trip to the left, throw. It's Kenton Watkins on the catch. However, he is 3 yards short of the 1st down line. So our offense will stay on the field and go for it. And Gibbs' throw is nowhere close to any receiver in the area. So it's another turnover on downs and another opportunity for Vanderbilt to extend their lead. There's Gerald Harris on the 8-yard reception. It's 3rd down and inches. Give up the middle, and Webb powers through. He's got 7 yards on that one. Twin tight end look. A throw. It is Harris. He's got it inside of the 5-yard line this time. Another 1st down and goal for Vanderbilt. The give outside. A stiff arm, and Webb is into the end zone once again. He has absolutely played out of his mind today. He's, like I said, one of the best running backs in college football, and we have had no answer for him in today's ball game. It's Elton Huff who gets the carry, and he finds a big hole. So we'll now bring the full house set onto the field. Danny Whitmore breaks a tackle. He's still going in, stumbles forward, and picks up the 1st down. Full house set once again as Jonathan Gibbs keeps it and is laid out. What a hit. He just got blown up on that run. Might should have pitched it, but it's now 2nd down and 10. Only a minute and a half left in the game. Elton Huff stretch play to the outside. He's got it for 8 yards. Steve Lewis will check back into the game. We go triple option pitch outside for Huff, and he's gonna take it in. A 12-yard rushing touchdown. And now with only 14 seconds left, it is 41-18. This game is all but over. And now we have to bring down Ralph Webb. He's into the open field and picks up 23 yards. Goes over 200 yards rushing on the day on that carry. A fitting way to end today's game. Just had no way to stop him at all today. We tried loading the box and that did not work at all. He would just run through and still find holes. A disappointing game, losing by 23. I thought this would be much more competitive. The game was really never in doubt at any point. Vanderbilt came out hot, going up 24-0, and we just never really recovered from there. Elton Huff picks up 100 yards on the ground, averaging nearly 7 yards per carry. Ken Watkins is the leading receiver at 71 yards. But our defense really struggled in today's game. In week 1, they allowed over 300 yards passing to North Texas. This week, 254 yards on the ground, 168 through the air. Vanderbilt puts up 41 points. And it will get no easier in this next game. We'll be traveling to Austin, Texas to take on the 1-0, number 10 ranked Texas Longhorns. This is maybe the most talented team we've faced so far in this series. In week 1, they absolutely destroyed UMass 63-7. They had over 600 yards of total offense and held UMass under 200 yards of offense. This team has a ton of talent. They're led by quarterback Shane Buechele. At running back, they have Deontay Foreman and Chris Warren, 2 very talented players. Receiver, they have talent, and their defense is absolutely loaded with speed and skill. We get a look at our updated recruiting board, though. Chad Montgomery, 5'9", 182. We've got starting to get a little bit of a lead for him. He's fast and great in the open field. Josh Perry from Winder, Georgia. He's another guy who's fast for a linebacker. He can hit. He's good at block shedding and pretty good coverage rankings, so he's really just balanced overall along with being a very good athlete. Jermaine Payne, he is a run-stopping defensive end. We're in a battle with Ole Miss for him. Miles Power III, Terrell Sherman, Titus Sisk, Marcus Buckley, Nigel Johnson, Mike Pierre, an athlete. He is a receiver who is great in the open field as well. And then Kevin Pollock, 5'11", 340. He's strong and huge. And before we end off today's episode, just a look at this game. Tennessee dropped 16 spots in the poll. A very surprising result, especially based on that box score. Only 1 turnover for Tennessee. So maybe Louisiana Tech is a team to really keep an eye on moving forward as maybe an up-and-coming powerhouse. Who knows, though. But I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, please leave a like down below. Leave your comments on the game down below and the recruits so far and how our recruiting class is shaping up. I will see you for week 3. 'Cause I'm out.